is officially March Madness, which means it's the greatest time of year. Time of year where you can just get no work done, sit back, relax, and just watch basketball for 20 days straight. And if you're anything like me, one of your favorite parts of March Madness is reacquainting yourself with all of the random mascots, with all of the little teams that you haven't heard of since last year. And that's why today I'm gonna go through and rank all 68 teams in the NCAA Tournament. I'm gonna try to keep all bias out of this, just strictly mascot and logo. Okay, so starting out at number 68, we have Duke. I hate Duke. But no, I hate Duke. That's why they're last. At least the mascot has the courtesy of saying happy birthday to whoever he's pointing at in this picture. So I think maybe not all bad, but no, last. All right, coming in at number 67, we have the Illinois Illini. Let me start out by saying they retired their mascot in 2020, which is good. Happy for them. But they've recently had a push to make their mascot the Kingfisher. Why isn't it the mascot yet? Like, this guy's awesome. He looks like the, penguin off of Toy Story? This is an obvious choice. Just go with it. They're gonna be number 3 if they switch to Kingfisher. All right, at 66, we have the Duquesne Dukes. The mascots are cool. I like this guy. Really, seems really chill, cool. But with the name Dukes, you can't be very high on my list. But his top hat though, like, I love the top. I feel bad for this guy because he should be higher, but just with the name like Dukes, what are you gonna do? They've even got they're from Pittsburgh, so they have the Pittsburgh Steeler eyes, which is a nice touch. Like, shout out to whoever thought of that. Give them a raise. But no, I'm sorry, 66. 65, we have the James Madison Dukes. Again, plagued by the name Duke. I love this guy's eyebrows though. Like, I wish I could put him higher. And the cape too, is so regal. And like, you know, it's St. Patrick's Day. They've got the eyebrows, the ginger, like, shout out. Today's your day. But yeah, I just can't. Dukes, nope. 64, we have the San Diego State Aztecs. Removed their mascot in 2018, so, you know, snaps. I love it. But you know, they don't have a mascot now, so they get to be 64 because they made the finals last year, and they're mid-majors. Number 63, we have the Nebraska Cornhuskers. I hate Nebraska, like the worst state in the world. I don't know if you've ever driven through Nebraska. I hope you haven't, but it's just nothing for hours upon hours. And that's saying something because I'm from Iowa. And like, the logo is just an in. I do like the baby though. The baby's a nice touch. I don't know when he was added, but Lil Red, I love Lil Red. Kind of looks like the baby from Spirited Away. A nice touch, but still. Sorry guys, only 63. And at 62, we have the Virginia Cavaliers. I wish this guy had a sword. Like, I love the facial hair. It's amazing. The hat, oh, amazing. Love it. And he's even got a belt. Or it could be a Speedo. No, that's a belt. That's a belt. Cape, I love the cape, but it's not doing it for me. Coming in at 61, we have the Michigan State Spartans. We have Sparty here. Like, this dude's just jacked. Like, I don't know why his muscles are just like so bulbous. Like, did not need to go this hard. We could have toned it down a little bit, but I respect it. Like, dude's put the work in and he's seeing the results. Like, good for him. But you know, we got a tough field here, so he's stuck at 61. Coming in at 60, we have the Tennessee Volunteers. I don't really know what a volunteer is. I appreciate the originality of the name, but it's just a T for the logo. I'm over the letters just being it. But I love this dog. He's so floppy. Like, how can you not love that? Plus they have Smokey X. Like, can we have a moment of silence for Smokey 1 through 9? I will remember you. Ba-da-da-da. Okay. R.I.P. Smokey 1 through 9. At 59, we have the McNeese State Cowboys. Just the letter logo, guys, stop it. I need some originality, please. But we have Rowdy here. He's just looking pretty rowdy. I love the ascot. Like, shout out Fred from Scooby-Doo. And the hat's amazing. Does the hat come off? The hat kind of looks like it comes off. I need to get confirmation on this. The hat comes off. I could have put him a little bit higher maybe, but I think he's properly rated. Next we have Texas Tech Red Raiders coming in at 58. The facial hair just, like, it gets me every time. And the hat's giant. Like, you just aren't gonna see a hat bigger than that. There's no way that one comes off though. That one's right in too high. And the giant belt buckle. I love it. I love it. Coming at 57, we have the St. Mary's Gales. We got Gideon here. Gideon rocking the long hair with the headband. Like, respect to Gideon. And he's pulling off the dress. Like, what's not to love about this guy? All right, next we have the Clemson Tigers. No, Okay. Next we have Eddie, the Grambling State Tiger. He does not know where he's at in this picture. Like, he looks so confused. Like, he just wants to go home so badly, but his mom made him stay at this game. And speaking of Grambling State, how about Gambling State, which brings us to our first sponsor of today, No, I don't. No sponsors. But if someone wants to sponsor me, I will sell my soul for $5, please. All right, at 54, we have the Auburn Tigers. This is Aubie here. I love that name. He's rocking what appears to be, just rocking a polo. Looking cool. I think that's a rugby jersey. I don't know much about rugby, but we're gonna say it's a rugby jersey. Auburn's a little higher on this list because they were just like, whatever, we're just gonna have 2 mascots. We're gonna have the Eagle too. So they just have, Oreo? War Eagle 7. And again, like, moment of peace for War Eagles 1 through 6. I will remember. Okay, moving on. Up next, we have the Kentucky Wildcats. Like I said, I love a good headband, and he decided to throw in the sweatbands too. So, even though I don't like Kentucky, I respect it. 52, we have Wilbur and Wilma. Oh, I love these guys. The A, obviously I don't like the A, but these two, just a happy couple. Like, I have to be happy for him. Rocking the Converses, he's got the red, she's got the white and red matching. The hat, she's got the bow, just what's not to love? All right, 51, we have Willie. I love my guy Willie. Like, he is just so happy to be here. He's out tailgating before, he's probably 10 beers deep, just having a good time like the rest of us here. But the N, the logo N, I know we're rating mascots, but I can't do the N. Okay, next we have the Charleston Cougars. This is a squirrel. You can't convince me that this isn't a squirrel. This is not a cougar, it's a squirrel. If they were the squirrels, Charleston is top 2 and they're not number 2. All right, up next we have the Washington State Cougars. This guy's eyebrows were just drawn on with Sharpie and you can't convince me otherwise. Apparently his name is Butch T. Cougar with the T short for the, so it's Butch the Cougar. I'm fine with that. The Wikipedia page says, quote, Butch the Cougar is the mascot of Washington State University. As his name indicates, Butch is a cougar. I love that. I love it. They apparently also used to have a live cougar mascot, so RIP to that mascot. I will. Or maybe it's still alive. I don't know when they retired it. Coming in at 48, we have the Houston Cougars. Every time I see the logo, it gets me. I love it. You know that the person that came up with this knew what they were doing. And shout out to them. And then we have Shasta and Sasha just throwing up the shockers. Like, this is just a fun couple. This is the couple that you'd always want a third wheel with. You'd be honored to be the third wheel for this couple. 47, we have the BYU Cougars and Cosmo. We got a little tongue, is that gums or is that tongue slip? I think it's a tongue slip. Like, he's just kind of like walking around like, The costume's a little floppy. I wish it was more muscular. I like my costumes to have a little build to them. I think it's funny when animals just have a bunch of muscles for no reason. Makes him intimidating. He's looking a little soft, but like, I've seen the videos of him doing flips and whatnot, so I know he's not soft, so shout out to Cosmo. 46, we have the Vermont Catamounts. I appreciate the ingenuity. Like, it's something different, but it's still just a cat. And every other one's a cat. This mascot's not. It's not really doing it for me. I think it looks like they just glued on the eyebrows. And apparently the students voted on this name, which is cool. I love it when schools do that. But it could have been Tomcat, Camel, or Cow. Like the Vermont Cows. Easy top 10 if it's the Vermont Cows. I wish it was the Vermont Cows. They apparently used to have a female mascot named Kitty. And so I guess this guy's name was Charlie. And they were married at a hockey game in the 70s. but I guess Kitty's no longer around, so I must have gotten a divorce. 45, we have the Montana State Bobcats. We have Champ here. He's fine. He's got like the whisker spots, but no whiskers. I wish he had whiskers, which kind of makes me sad, which is why he's so low. Next we have the North Carolina State Wolfpack. This is probably my favorite couple. They have to be modeled after Troy Bolton and Gabrielle. I don't know her last name from High School Musical. Like they're out here just singing, "We're all in this together." Like this is just perfect. It's been a while since I've seen High School Musical, but that is exactly what they wore. Oh, and they also have a live mascot named Tuffy the Third. R.I.P. Tuffy 1 and Tuffy 2. Moment of silence. Now we're coming up to the Bulldogs. First we have Gonzaga. This is Spike here. I love the underbite. They're really leaning into that. But other than that, this one's not doing it for me. I love the wide receiver gloves. Like, what do you think he's catching out here that he needs receiver gloves? Especially because it looks like he's at the Final Four here. Some kind of tournament. That court is way too dark to not be. 42, we have the Mississippi State Bulldogs. All right, I have some beef with Mississippi State. Tell me what is wrong with this logo. Pause the video and tell me what's wrong with this logo. Okay. In case you didn't find it, why is the A not in the middle? Where it says state, the A should be just like, just a little more to the right. Why can't we just like, I'm sure it's, I need to, I'll stop. I got more beef. The Bulldog's name is Dak. That's his nickname. His real name is Bully the 12th. Like, R.I.P. Bully 1311. I don't like Dak. I don't like this Bulldog, which is why they're stuck at 42. Apparently in 2013, an ESPN cart ran over the student mascot for Mississippi State and broke its leg in 2 places, compound fractures. 41, we have the Sanford Bulldogs. This is Buxley the Bulldog. Like, he's smiling. He's just out here having a good time. Kind of like Willie. Like, oh, I miss Willie. But he's just like bouncing around, like, just hanging with the cheerleaders. All right, coming at 40, we have the Drake Bulldogs. And like, shout out Griff. Griff's their live mascot. This is Griff the second, but Griff the first, I'm pretty sure he's still kicking. I think he just got retired. Like, he wanted to be around to pass the torch. And fun fact about Drake, once a year during a halftime of one of their games, they will have a beautiful bulldog contest where they crown the most beautiful bulldog in Des Moines. A tradition unlike any other. Okay, at 39, we have the one bulldog to rule them all. Handsome Dan from Yale. I love Handsome Dan. That's the best name you could give to a bulldog. I wish my name was Handsome Dan. But again, like the Y, no, I can't. Why do we just have a Y as our logo? Where did I get my shirt, you ask? Well, Surf's Up UC Irvine shirt came from Homefield, our second sponsor of the, no sponsors, but I love Homefield. Look at this, Surfing Aardvark. Love it. All right, at 38, we have the UConn Huskies. Here's our boy, Jonathan. Why is his name Jonathan? And why does he look baked out of his mind? Or is it eyeliner? Maybe it's eyeliner. Maybe Jonathan's a girl. Or he just likes eyeliner. Like, to each their own. But I'm pretty sure he's baked out of his mind. 37, we have the superior dog, the one dog to rule them all. We have Louie the Lolo. His tongue's just hanging out. He's got on his wide receiver gloves. Like, he's ready to go in the game whenever you need him. Looking a little sad, and like his ears are drooping, which makes it look even a little more sad. What's wrong? Is it because they won't put him in the game? Put him in, please just put Louie in the game. Okay, next we have the Nevada Wolfpack. We have, excuse me. Right here we have Alpha, Wolfie Jr., and Luna. And I don't know what the family dynamic is here, and I kind of want to. Like Wolfie Jr. must be the son, but why is it not Wolfie Sr.? I assume that it's Alpha and Luna are married, and then Wolfie Jr. is the son. But maybe it could be Wolfie Jr. is the dad and Luna's the wife. Alpha's the son, or Alpha and Wolfie Jr. could be married and they adopted Luna. I need answers here, and I can't find them. Anyways, 36. All right, coming at 35, we have the Crimson Tide of Alabama. I do not like Alabama. I'm tired of them winning in football all the time. But real recognize real. Like, I love Big Al. They just got an elephant running around their field. How can you not like that? At number 34, we have the Longwood Lancers. See, I love that we're bringing back the long basketball shorts with this guy. And he's got this Sideshow Bob hair. Like he just broke out of prison. He's gonna capture the Simpsons. Like I love it. If it was red, it would be spot on. But the blue, I think it still works. 33, we have Buster the Bronco from Boise State. I love the eye patch. I don't think we've seen one of those yet. And I don't think we will. He's got a nice tuft of hair on top too, rocking the football jersey, looking clean. Like I don't even mind that he's not super muscular. He's looking fresh just as he is. He doesn't need to be super muscular. He's just confident in himself, and you can see that by just looking at him, you know? If they had a blue basketball court, they'd be number one. Up next, we have the Baylor Bears, another B alliteration. I love it. We have Bruiser and Marigold. And Marigold even has the flowers. Oh, I love Marigold. Bruiser's fine. He's trying a little too hard to be intimidating with his claw, but not with that mushroom nose. You're not gonna do it. But Marigold, I love you. Coming in at 31, we have another bear, the Superior Bear. The Oakland Golden Grizzlies, a bear with a little sparkle. Here we have Claws with two Z's, Claws, and Grizz with two Z's again. And another one where I need to know the dynamic. Like, I don't need to know the dynamic. Like, you do you. I don't need to know. It's none of my business, but I want to know what's the dynamic here. Are these two guys just buddies? Are they father and son? Are they boyfriends? I need to know. This guy's lip is like throwing me off. Like he's trying a little too hard to. All right, next we have the Morehead State Eagles. Right here we have Beaker. The only issue, he looks clean, but the only issue I have is the nose. Like why is it just straight down? Like he's like Squidwarding a little bit, and it's throwing me off. I'm not here for it, but it's fine. There's a reason that he's stuck at 30. Next, we have the Marquette Golden Eagles. You know, we've got another animal with a little sparkle, and this is Iggy. I love Iggy. I love that he's wearing a basketball jersey with no sleeves. Like he's confident in himself. He's willing to show off those guns. Doesn't really have them. Again, I like my animals muscular, but it's fine. It's fine. It's acceptable. Next, we have the Wagner Seahawks. We need more just only upper half mascots. Like, where's the Kansas State mascot that is just a head? We need more of those. They gave him shoes. I love this guy. All right, coming in at 27, we have the South Carolina Gamecocks. We got cocky here. I love how much South Carolina leans into the Cocks. Like they've got signs that just say "Go Cox." Their motto is just "Go Cox." I love it. Like most schools, they'd shy away from it. Not South Carolina. They're just gonna lean all in. Okay, coming at 26, we have the Oregon Duck, and I've always kind of liked the Oregon Duck. He's got the hat. Most mascots have gotten rid of the sailor hat that they used to have. Not the Oregon Duck. He's confident in it. He loves it. Apparently, Oregon has a licensing agreement with Disney to allow them to have one that looks so much like Donald Duck, which is cool. I don't know if any other schools have that. Maybe that's a common thing. Apparently they had a live duck named Puddles in the 1940s. And if they had that, they're definitely top 10. Or if they went back to the mandrake that they had for a little while. Actually, now that I look at it, it seemed more fun in my head. Now it just kind of looks scary. I'd rather it be Puddles. All right, coming at 25, we have the Creighton Blue Jays. We got Billy here riding his unicycle. I feel like there's not a lot of mascots that could unicycle, so I had to move them up the list, especially now that we're hitting the bird section. We've been going through the birds for a little while now, and Billy deserves to be as high as he is, simply because he can ride a unicycle. I love how crisp this logo is. Like, you know, you just got the C, but then you got that bird over top. Just, Up next, we have the Florida Atlantic University Owls. We got Owlsley and Hoot. Apparently this is a Owlsley and Hoot. Is this another one where I need to know the dynamic for? Is this father and son? Is this husband and wife? The half makes me think it's like a child and parent, but I need to do more digging. This is definitely father and son. If it's a wife just like biting a chain, going sheesh, I'm here for it. Up next, we have the Kansas Jayhawks. Just a combination apparently of Blue Jay and a Hawk, and I love it. There's no other Jayhawks, it's just Kansas. Bonus points for that, and then also bonus points because I'm a UNI fan, so I was actually at that game when UNI knocked off Kansas in the 2010 NCAA Tournament. And speaking of Ali Farokhmanesh, coming in at 22, we have the Colorado State Rams. Ali, if you didn't know, is an assistant coach at Colorado State. But here we have Cam the Ram, and we've got two people holding him back. They know that one is not enough. Like Cam the Ram, powerful, just a beast. They definitely had at one point just one person carrying him, and they were like, nope, this is not enough. Also, I did not do, how long do those horns grow out? Like, those things are long. Okay, so that makes a little more sense why they have the two people holding him back and not just one. Like, you gotta keep him away because he's got reach. He's got swords on that face. Okay, coming up next, we have the Colorado Buffaloes at 21, and another fun live mascot. 2 was not enough for this guy, for Ralphie the 6th. R.I.P. to Ralphie 1 through 5. Moment of silence, please. Okay, actually, Ralphie 5 is still alive. Ralphie 5 apparently just got too fast and too temperamental. Are we talking about Ralphie or my ex-wife? All right, we're going from Buffalo to Bison with 20. And the Howard Bison. I love these guys. He's just mean mugging. And she's just like, hey guys. Like, this is my boyfriend. And the lipstick too. And the hair. She's got a nice tuft of hair. So does he. I missed that. He's got a little mohawk. It's looking good. And the sweatbands. I love it. All around just great. And the shoes. He's killing it. I don't know why she didn't get shoes. That's kind of mean. He should really take his shoes off and give them to her. In the top 20 now, we've got Utah State Aggies and Big Blue here. There's a little bit of build, I think, to those arms, which I respect, obviously. And he's got the septum piercing, probably the only mascot to have a septum piercing. So I have to give him bonus points for that, and that's why he's on the top 20. Next, we have the Texas A&M Aggies. I've always loved the logo. I know I said I don't like the letters, just letters, but you know, we have ATM here. Like, they just leaned into it. I have to respect it. And they've got their live mascot, Reveille? We'll go with Reveille. This is Reveille X. And RIP Reveille's 1 through 9. Apparently when they die, they are buried in a special cemetery outside the north end of the football field. All right, and up next we have the Florida Gators. We got Albert and Alberta. She's got the lipstick and painted nails. Like, I've seen the lipstick before. I haven't seen the painted nails. And I love blue and orange. Great color combination. Next we got the Purdue Boilermakers. We got Purdue Pete coming in with his hammer and a helmet, because you never know what's gonna happen at a football game. And concussions are a serious issue, and Purdue Pete does not take them lightly. I wish they had, do they bring the train to every sporting event? Because I hope they do. But I don't know if they do, so I had to leave them at 16. Up next, we have the North Carolina Tar Heels and Ramses. I don't really like North Carolina, but this mascot, it looks like he's about to beat up someone in the crowd. And like, I respect that. Fans, if they're gonna talk smack, they gotta be ready to get hit. So he's gonna lay it down. Coming in at 14, we have the Dayton Flyers and Rudy Flyer rocking the number 99. You don't see that much. Well, actually you don't at all, because you can't do that in college. But I love the goggles. He's rocking them too. He's just mean mugging. I don't know who's mean mugging, but he's mugging them mean. And the D, the logo's a little fun. Like, you know, it's just a D, but it's got some wings. They need to give him a little RC plane just to like fly around the gym. Then I could move them up to top 10. Number 13, we have Iowa State Cyclones and Cy. Cy's got a soft spot in my heart. Like, he's just out here smiling, having a good time, but like he's also got a little bit of build to him, so looking strong. He definitely beat me up. Most of them could, but Cy definitely could. They also have this old mascot of Cy, which is just beautiful. A thing of nightmares. Like, this is my sleep paralysis demon. Couldn't they have just made the eyes not look like that? I don't know. Coming at number 12, we have the Texas Froghorns. Shout out Clark Kellogg for the Froghorns.
Thanks, Seth, but keep an eye on those Texas Froghorns.
But for the actual Longhorns, I bumped them up a little bit because I love the hat. And you know, they've got Bevo, the live Longhorn. You can't beat that. But also they gave us Horns Down, which has been the subject of many memes, and I thank Texas for Horns Down. Number 11, we have the TCU Horned Frogs. I recently found out that their mascot's technically like a horned lizard, and it kind of ruined the mystique for me, which is why I had to put them at 11 and not in the top 10. But the mascot's great. I love him. Like, he's smiling, but he's also buff. He's got these like spiky, it looks like Bowser kind of with the spiky wrist wraps. I don't know what you call them. All right, we're now in the top 10, and we've got Bucky the Badger from Wisconsin with the turtleneck, like probably the only mascot to have a turtleneck. I have to give respect where respect is due. So Bucky the Badger, welcome to the top 10. Coming in the top 10, we have the Colgate Fighting Toothpaste. Like, I love this guy's, this guy's got a nice tuft of hair, he's got the bow tie, he's looking strong. But the logo, you know, just to see. But I love the originality of it. Shout out Colgate. Number 8, we have the Stetson Hatters. The S took me a while, but apparently there's a hat in it. I don't know why it took me so long to notice the hat, but I love it. The new mascot's fine. The hat's okay. His face is a little too much. I don't know why there's no line in his teeth. Like, it's only top or it's only bottom. But like, if you look at this old mascot of theirs, he's the perfect mascot. Or is it her? Because it's got the eyelashes. I love her. I love her. She's great. Coming in at number 7, we have the UAB Blazers. I love the dragons. This is the only school that's a dragon. Is this the only mascot that has wings? I don't know. It's the only mascot in this field that has wings. And he's got the long tongue. Everything about it's great. Like, straight out of Dragon Tales. Up next, we have the St. Peter's Peacocks America's team. You might remember them from their Elite 8 run a couple years ago. He's throwing out the shocker, obviously. Why wouldn't he? He's a peacock. But yeah, I don't know much to say on him. I love him. He's great. Number 5, we have the South Dakota State Jack Rabbits. Like, he's just, what, does he just run around the stadium with a carrot? Just fake eating it the entire time? He also kind of looks like something from Splash Mountain. I don't know if you guys have been on Splash Mountain. R.I.P. Splash Mountain. Moment of silence for Splash Mountain, please. But yeah, love the Jackrabbits. Love the hat too. We didn't talk about the hat. Backwards hat. Is this the only backwards hat by any mascot? I don't know. I can't remember. Number 4, our final 4, we have the Grand Canyon University Lopes. They're not the antelopes, they're the lopes. Get it right. If they were the antelopes, they would be lower on this list. Because they're just the lopes, I have to respect it and move them up a little bit. This guy's obviously strong. He's got good balance. Just doing push-ups on these megaphones or whatever they're called. He's looking mean too, but not too mean. I like a little mean, not a lot of mean. Number 3, we have the People's Champ, Western Kentucky Hilltoppers. I love this guy. He's like a red Lorax. He doesn't have shoes. He just has human shoes on, which is fine. I love the flag waving around for the logo. Everything about this guy is awesome. Like his mouth, I don't know if he can open it or if he can eat stuff. I want to see him eat someone though. If he eats someone, then he would be number 1. Number 2, we have the Akron Zips. The mascot's kind of cool. I like his hat. I wish they would go back to the old model where it's basically the same mascot, but it has a pouch. Like they just gave him a zipper. Here, and like he's got a little stuffed animal of himself in the pouch. Like, how can you not love that? He's got a little more googly eyes too. Like maybe they can make him full googly. And then he's got a winter hat on, not just like a hat. He's got a winter hat with a little puffball. Must get cold in Akron. I think that's Ohio. So yeah, it definitely gets cold. Number 1, last but not least, definitely not least. Last but the most, we have the Long Beach State University Sharks. I don't know if this is official, but we're gonna pretend it is. We have Elby the Shark. Elby appears to be just completely modeled after the left shark. Or maybe I just want them to, so I'm thinking that. But they're not number one just because of the shark. Their nickname is just the beach. I don't know if a lot of people know this, but Barbie actually stole the beach from Long Beach's nickname. Long Beach at first. So yeah, that is all 68 mascots ranked from worst to best. Feel free to use this as a reference when you're filling out your bracket based off of mascots. And if you stuck around this long, feel free to hit the subscribe button over here. Or is it over here? I don't know. This is my first video. Hit the like button wherever it is, or the dislike. It doesn't matter. It matters. Please don't.